Alright, so I think it's all come to our attention by now that Dungeon Quest is just ever so slightly dropping in its player count every single day. The reason of this is quite simple in short. It's because it's the exact same game that it was back in 2018, 2016, I forget when it came out. It has not changed gameplay wise. The only big change was when in Samurai Palace we had speed abilities introduced, and that was a pretty big change. You know, everyone enjoyed speed abilities. It made the game a lot smoother, a lot faster. And then they introduced power abilities after that, which wasn't as great, but you know. Uh, the reason it is beyond bland now is because of the fact it just it's not bringing out any more content like whatsoever. It's all gone to crap. Nothing is there. It's so dry. It's so plain. You're likely to just like get dementia just by playing it over and over again. You're just gonna figure out that the meaning of life is not Dungeon Quest. So if you're still playing Dungeon Quest like I am, like 5 years into the future, that's awesome. That's great. You're committed, but it's just not a good game anymore. It's just completely in the dumpster compared to new games. Like Doors, for example, that has so many mechanics. It's nothing like this. But then you have games like Treasure Quest that tried to copy it. Those games have the exact same issue. They all share the same issue. It's just the fact it's not changing the game at all. They're just making bosses faintly harder every single time. Like Lava King was a pretty big challenge for multiple YouTubers across the platform, and he stood up a good fight. He put up a good fight. Yeah, but after that, it's just been smooth sailing. There's been nothing going on whatsoever. Just pure concentrated sap. I don't understand why they can't just, V Cafe, instead of making another 2 times XP event, he likes to call it in his Discord servers, like, just make a new thing. Something I would suggest is, I don't know, adding in, like, game-changing abilities. The ones that just, Universal Heal? Have that, but except every enemy, like, a universal attack, I would think. Something that, like, peppered everything up and targeted it onto you. Like a tank ability, which we don't see many of those anymore, because not many people play tank. But if you're doing a full guild, later in the game, when you're going up against Odin himself and trying to get Mjolnir, I think it is, then you're going to need a tank to heal everyone and to keep everything up to date. But past that point, if you're soloing, you absolutely don't need to be a tank. That would just ruin it. But just something like that. That'd be an awesome addition to the game. I don't think anyone would hate that. Or you could do that for a mage ability, certainly not warrior, unless you're doing some tornado. Which it could do that. Stop making the game more visually appealing is what I'm trying to say. Make it more entertaining. But, yeah. That's about it. This is why Dungeon Quest is really fallen off. Has 1.7, 1.6 billion visits, and it still sucks.